Hi Sagittarius, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm very excited to read your energies for this week. Kindly check the description box down below so you guys could better understand what this reading is all about. This is intended for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. If you are a cross-watcher watching for a significant Sagittarius, please feel free to reverse the placement of the roles if it better suits your situation, okay? Let's start by getting 2 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Spirit, please give us 2 cards for the sign of Sagittarius. Okay. So, let's see. Let's see what we have. And we have a change in the wind. This is the main theme or energy playing out for this week for you guys. And what's blocking this is orphaned. So what I'm seeing here is that this week, you're definitely turning your back into a situation, from a situation, and you're about to go into a situation that's entirely different, okay? Someone here could be feeling abandoned by you, or you could be feeling this way. A situation is about to be left behind by you, Sagittarius, and I do believe that you're the one leaving here. And so it's a bit hard for you to leave the situation because it feels as though you're more or less concerned about how this is going to affect the other person or people involved in the situation. If there is no other person involved, if this is not a love interest, it could mean that you're carrying some, emotions like guilt maybe, or uncertainty, stress, anxiety. You're maybe second guessing yourself and your decision here. But you already know in your heart that you're off and you're set to, to go. Okay, no preparation is needed. You're ready. You're prepared. You're about to really go somewhere here from what I'm seeing. There has been a change in the wind. Also, with the orphan here, I'd like to say that you can overcome this feeling by seeing it as if you are co-creating with spirit over here to awaken you into a higher spiritual awareness. Because sometimes when we feel alone in life, when we feel like there are certain people that are abandoning us, or that we abandon situations and we find ourselves alone, you're not really alone, Sagittarius. I think that you guys value the freedom. So I'm guessing that this is just going to be resonating for some of you who have doubts about where you're going here. Just see to it as if that's the reason why you maybe are alone in the situation now, because it's high time that you leave the nest, okay? Certain people couldn't jive in your level at this time because Spirit wants to mold you into something entirely different from the path of others, okay? You're meant for a different experience than others, and they're meant to experience some other thing too that's entirely completely different from your experience. So even if you leave the situation behind, I'm seeing this as if universe is working with you to increase your vibrations and awareness of yourself here, to align with your deeper purpose. Also, if there's have been a change in your direction, consider that as a blessing from universe. You're getting somewhere instead of being stuck, instead of dwelling and wallowing here. Okay, it's time to spread your wings and fly and see what else is out there. That's what I'm seeing. Beautiful energy. So let's open that more by getting into the tarot. Someone feels rejected by you, Sagittarius, and they seem to be waiting for you too. Someone is waiting for a window of opportunity. There has been an argument or a fight. Okay, so let's see what that is all about. I'm asking the Spirit now, what has caused this change? Because that is your first card. That is the most dominant energy playing out for this week. Some doubts, feelings of crying over spilled milk from past events, past situation, or feeling like someone lost someone here or something, okay? Someone definitely feels like they're grieving about a loss here. Maybe this person feels like they're losing you, Sagittarius, and you're changing here. You're packing your bags and you're leaving. And you're following what Spirit wants for you, is what I'm seeing here. let's cut the deck. All right, so heart of the matter is the Three of Swords. Okay, this is either breaking someone's heart or you're breaking your own heart here if you don't leave the nest, is what I'm saying here. I have to say it because this is what's blocking you from having a change of heart, change of mind, and change of perspective. Because I sense that you've been feeling a bit stuck here and lonely and maybe undervalued. But you need that last push to see that the situation, Three of Swords here, made you entangled yourself into a messy one. There has been some tension going on here with a person or more than one person, okay? What's crossing this is the Moon card. You want to find clarity about the situation internally. This is mostly internally, okay? You might want to really pay attention to your intuition, okay? Subconscious. This really talks about decision based on what's going to be handed to you by universe, psychic abilities, your intuition, your dreams, to better get awareness of the situation. Someone here could also be confusing you. That's why this has led to a heartbreaking situation, okay? Or you could be doing this to someone too, Sagittarius. They feel like they can't seem to read your next move. They don't know. They're uncertain about where they stand in your life because you keep on changing your mind. And I know this is for your energy, right? But I'm picking up this person's energy too, especially if you're a cross watcher. I might as well be talking directly to you. So the root or the cause of this is the Seven of Wands. Someone definitely blocked the other person here. There could have been lack of communication too. Like I could see someone building up strong walls over here, not wanting to be interrupted, not wanting to communicate and reach out. And the other person may have seemed, may have felt like, well, I've been pushed aside, okay? I've been pushed aside, I've been underappreciated. Someone definitely feels that over here. In the recent past, we have the Six of Cups. This has been a very deeply rooted connection. That is why maybe someone is not easily moving forward. There has been some, really strong memories over here, feelings of nostalgia. Someone is definitely missing the connection how it was in the beginning. Someone is deeply missing you, Sagittarius. And that's the reason why they're heartbroken over here. And they don't feel like they can able to move forward from this unless they find clarity about the situation. They're truly affected by them being blocked away from your life completely. Okay, but from what I'm seeing here is that maybe you have decided to walk away from this situation because if you don't do it, right, you yourself will be confused. I'm seeing this like it's kind of like a bittersweet situation wherein you are the one who walk away first so that the person can be able to follow through and walk away the same and follow your path. That's what I'm seeing. Because if you don't do anything now, even if it's painful, even if you're hurting, chances are you might stay in a confusing situation and you will end up hurting each other more. See what I mean? The Devil card is at the bottom of the deck. Illusion, deception, also a sense of entrapment, codependency issues. There could have also been some violence here, forcing each other, clinging onto each other too much. Okay, so I think that's what you were trying to avoid here, Sagittarius. That's why you had a change in the wind here. Call it a divine protection, okay? Because if you didn't choose to leave the situation, I think that things could have gotten so much worse. Okay, this would have gotten so much worse from what I'm seeing. And you know what they say, for every pot there is a lid. And I think that even if you love someone and you feel deeply rooted, how it's turning out is that this pot is not really well fitting in that lead. So you rejecting someone or someone rejected you is actually a divine protection. Universe is redirecting you to something else or someone else at this time. Okay? To see past through the illusion, deception. Let's see what is the goal for this week. The Mother of Cups. There could be a water sign involved in your life. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay? I do sense this energy that you're aligning to the energy of the Mother of Cups. You're the one telling yourself, well, I need to close my heart off for a while here. I need to like hold on to my cup for now. I'm not going to open that, because it seems like to me, Sagittarius, you're doing this not just for you, but for the other person involved as well. So you both can already start focusing on, you know, your life, your path, your healing, pretty much. Because if you don't do this forward movement and let this go, chances are you both are just going to drag the situation further. And I think that it has been dragged longer than it should. Okay? I think that this has been something that happened a long time ago, and it keeps on playing out the same way over and over. And I'm picking up that you want to uproot the situation so you can finally free yourself from this cycle. And you want to keep blocking what's been causing this Three of Swords in your life. It's either a person or a situation that keeps on playing on and on from the past. And finally, the universe is saying you can break free from this if you allow the changes to happen and don't be afraid to leave the nest. Because that nest from the past, yes, it has been a beautiful nest, but also it made you somewhat stagnated. It made you feel stuck. It was a comfort zone, but then again, you're not going to grow in comfort zone. It was familiar, yes, it was safe, but also it caused you a lot of doubts, a lot of uncertainty here. So that's why you need to keep going in a different direction, and don't look back here. Don't look back. What's coming in the near future is the Five of Swords. See what I mean? If this situation keeps playing on and on, especially we have the Moon card here, things tend to be exaggerated. Things tend to blow out of proportion here. If someone is not careful with how they perceive the situation and they let the emotions get the best of them, get inside their head, they may not see the situation for what it is, and they tend to exaggerate those emotions, those heightened emotions. And what's coming up in the near future is more arguments, more drama, going back and forth in this one. There could also be some harsh words that could be said if this situation is not sorted out at this time. So be very careful too, because we saw the Devil energy a while ago, Sagittarius, and I have to say it. If someone is not letting you go because they cling on you too much, okay, and I'm picking up that energy, a very childlike energy. They want to keep blaming you for something here because they're not prepared to let you go. Instead of maybe focusing on accepting that you're leaving the situation behind, they tend to start more drama and put the blame on you. But you know what? Don't do this, okay? Try to avoid this energy as much as you could, because at the end of the day, both parties are just going to be hurt, further offended, further insulted, you know, and there's no solution. There's no peace of mind. So that's why it's best that you block this situation from keep on playing out, because it's going to be a cycle from here on. That's what I'm seeing here. It's going to be a cycle. There's so much more that you don't know about what's going on here. There could even be some external circumstances playing out. So it's best that you excuse yourself from this. Go within. Pay attention to what your intuition has been telling you. If you already know that this person is not good for you and the situation is not going to improve anytime soon, then call it a divine protection. Because the Mother of Cups here is very protective. Very intuitive too. Even if you're alone going through this, you're not lonely, because Spirit is guiding you. Spirit is giving you the power, okay? The fire, Sagittarius. So keep shining bright, even if a lot of the circumstances and events are against you. So why do I keep on getting that energy that someone is going to start some drama because they still want you to return? Be careful of that, because those are red flags. Those are definitely red flags. And how you're feeling this week is the Four of Cups. You're following your intuition here, definitely, with the Moon over there. Okay, you're not letting the confusion get into you, but this person's confusing emotional state too. Because one minute I see here that this person doesn't like you, and the next this person does. But they only act this way every time you walk away from what I'm seeing here. So with the Four of Cups, I think that you're emotionally going to withdraw from this. You might possibly reject this person, keep on rejecting this person from what I'm seeing here. Because you don't know really how to feel about this whole situation. All you know is that you're not ready to open yourself up into a confusing situation, especially if your heart is not fully healed here. I don't think that this person is going to accept the rejection. That's why I think they feel like, yeah, they feel triggered. They feel upset. They feel like, well, why are you rejecting me? Like, who are you to reject me? That kind of energy. I don't know. I'm getting that really strongly here. And so someone is like very, it's like someone is challenging you here. But don't fall for that trap, Sagittarius. It's just going to let you linger. You already walk away from this, so keep focusing on your success. Because someone definitely wants the last word here. And you may perceive it, again, the Moon card, something is not what it seems. You may perceive it as if this person wants to get back, but actually they might just want the last word with you. Okay, they want the last word. They want to say something off their chest, but not truly because they're open for love. I don't see that at all. All of these cards seem to be really all about rejection and closing off, because there's a need for healing of deep emotional issues. And also past memories could be lingering on this person's mind and yours. That's why you guys are just misunderstanding the signs. Don't let those nostalgic emotions, right, affect your decision making here. You need to be able to see things clear for what they are, okay? So external circumstance is the Ten of Pentacles. I'm seeing here, Sagittarius, that you need to overcome your fears, okay? Because what you're leaving behind has been very toxic, not only for you, but for the other person too. And maybe being apart can really help you guys focus on your path and your individual healing. Because what I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles, you do have stability, and you do desire this stability, financial stability, and in the state of your home too, in your relationships. So this as the external circumstance, I'm thinking here that what you're leaving behind was unstable because you want to focus on building a stronger foundation, something that you know you deserve, okay? Powerful changes, Sagittarius, right? You already know your worth here is what I'm seeing here. You're no longer letting the emotions of the past and the attachment block you from knowing what you deserve, your true value. This is beautiful. Ten of Pentacles, a happy ever after. There could be also good fortune coming the way, possibly a new home for some of you. We have here the Six of Pentacles. I think that you're leaving what was familiar in order to embrace your fullest potential. Hopes and fears, Six of Pentacles. This could have been a codependent situation too. Someone was dependent on you and their happiness, or you could have done this to someone. Because the Six of Pentacles over here, like there's no proper give and take. Someone was not building healthy boundaries, so they could easily latch on you. They could easily depend their happiness on you, and that could have been a very heavy burden on your shoulder. Because when you enter a relationship, each and every one of us brings some baggage. And so the minute that a certain person in your life latches themselves on you and they're not fully healed, or you're not fully healed, instead of maybe healing those baggages, you actually bring this kind of energy, and that energy is being transferred to one another and creates this unhealthy dynamics. Because if it's your energy, Sagittarius, and you entered a messy relationship, a third-party relationship, let's say, and you're not fully healed from that, you could potentially be attracting the same kind of energy and playing out the same pattern over and over, and therefore end up draining each other instead of helping each other grow. It's like clinging on each other, because that is what makes you feel secured, happy, and giving you a false sense of maybe security. But that shouldn't be the case. You don't have to depend your happiness on someone, right? Or if someone has been doing this to you, you may have felt like, well, well, enough is enough. You know, you've given too much of yourself in this situation, and it's time that you leave the nest. And then someone all of a sudden realizes that you're leaving, like you're done, and you don't want to keep on playing out the same kind of pattern, right? And so they start a fight and argument. And please be careful of manipulation here, mind games, and someone saying the right words just to make you stay. But for all you know, it's just going to be a repetitive pattern from this person, okay? And you hope to reach a state of balance too. Like you want to give all that time, energy, and effort back into yourself because you know that you deserve that, which is beautiful. Getting back to a state of balance and harmony, okay? And once you do this, by the way, once you walk out and once you keep on rejecting situations and relationships that are making you really messy here and chaotic, right? And you're putting yourself to attract abundance with respect to divine law of attraction. Once you put your effort and time and intention on what creates abundance, therefore letting go of anything that is not of abundance, what you're building here is a short ticket towards your long-term success, is what I'm seeing. A stable source of income, a state of emotional stability and financial stability. Really good energy, Sagittarius. This is powerful, okay? It's not easy to let go of a toxic relationship, especially if it has been like a codependent one, right? And there could have been some very traumatic experience here that have already been imprinted in your mind, or someone has already imprinted those traumatic experiences in their mind here. And that could trigger their need to cling, their need to be on your life for the wrong reasons, instead of maybe loving themselves harder and focusing on cleansing, purifying here, and releasing the patterns. Hangman. Okay, so letting go, definitely. But you need that last push. So again, the orphan, maybe you're thinking how this person is going to accept it. But regardless of that, I do sense here with the hangman, you already have a different perspective. So different from this person. I think that spirit is working with you here, shedding some information, some revelation about your situation, allowing you to maybe make a sacrifice in order to have more in life. And even if you know that you cared for this person, it's just that you know you can no longer be stuck in that situation. You can no longer keep on giving and providing while also breaking your heart because of what this person is doing or the situation is playing out for you. So also with the hangman, this is the card that comes before the death card, right? You already know that you have to let go of something in order to free yourself and move forward in life. So think all the time you need to get a better perspective and just learn the lessons, because once this is done and over, this change in the wind is going to be a lasting transformation for most of you guys, okay? It's no longer going back to an old story. It's no longer going back to an orphan state, a pattern, a karmic pattern, or a state of thinking, or a relationship even, right? Because once this transformation happens, you can never go back to how you were before. It's a major energy, major plot twist, okay? Major lessons. Why is the Three of Swords here, please, Spirit? Let's clarify these energies. Nine of Wands. Yeah, you definitely feel exhausted. I see that you're just pushing yourself, getting the last bit of courage and energy to move forward. Someone is also maybe aware that you're already exhausted and you're tired and you don't want to put effort into this situation anymore, is what I'm seeing. And this person knows that. We have here the Strength card. So I think that someone is not exercising control. Someone is not controlling the way they think, okay? Too much emotions, too much tendency to snap, tendency to overreact. Someone's anger, okay, can control their better judgment about the situation. All the more with the Moon card over here. So the guidance here, Sagittarius, is always come from a place of love, forgiveness, and kindness. Don't get easily triggered if someone's energy is giving off this kind of anger, this kind of maybe aggression. Don't mirror the same kind of energy, all right? because you only carry some baggage in this new journey if you do that. This really needs some inner strength within you to control and tame that side of you, and don't be quick to react on the situation is what I'm saying, because you're just going to give what this person wants, a back and forth argument once again, which they want to have a last word with you. Be patient, because this situation is not going to be final. It's only temporary. From here on, it's going to be a big transformation. We have the Daughter of Swords. Someone is definitely still watching you even though you've blocked them, Sagittarius. Someone's keeping an eye on you. They're getting some information about how you're doing, what you're doing so far, okay? And be very careful of harsh words, harsh communication. They say this to other people about you, so I don't like the vibe I'm getting here. There could even be some gossips if you're not careful. So just be very cautious about who you trust at this time. Like I said, even though you stand alone and a lot of people are against your decision, if you know in your heart that this is what Spirit wants for you, then stand strong. Be confident. Stand by your decision, because you are on a different path now, right? And sometimes if we transition, if we change, there are certain people that won't get to be with us, that won't get to ride along our path of transformation. That's just how life works. We have here the Empress energy. Could have been a Libra or a Taurus that you were dealing with here, but I see a lot of signs really. There could also be a Leo here. I sense that in the past, right, there has been a growth, but it wasn't really heading anywhere from what I'm seeing. There was love, there was abundance, but the Empress card compared to the Chariot card is more of movement, direction. This is more or less about growth, expansion, and outcome. But regarding the direction, it seems like you were stuck with the past here. Okay, it grew, but it was only up to an extent, and it could have made you stagnate from what I'm seeing here. And universe don't want to see you stagnate, Sagittarius. It wants you to keep on growing here. We have the Eight of Cups, so you're definitely walking away here. Okay, you're finding 2 more cups. And as you can see there were shattered glasses, and you're saving yours. You won't let this person break another glass, take advantage of your emotions any longer, or the situation to break you. You have 1 glass here which you can really rely on at this point to start anew. Okay, not everything is lost. If anything, carry the lessons with you. Okay, and don't fall back to an old story, because the attachment is very strong. The pull could be very strong too. Death card. There will definitely be ending of a conflict, a very big conflict. Just don't pay attention to that any longer, because what you feed is what will grow. If you keep feeding this argument more of your time and attention, it will just keep on lingering on. But if you definitely cut it, like cut through, and finally like sever ties, right, then that's the start of transformation. That's the start of this huge wave of beginning and progress. It's a different time now, a different path for sure. You're about to break a karmic cycle too, from what I'm seeing here. And though you may not have wanted how it will end, it will hurt someone most especially, but there's still lessons being served here. Because I see that there's a reason why this ending took place like this, okay? But there will still be some healing, only separate healing, okay? Not together, from what I'm seeing here. Daughter of Cups. So you could be already talking to someone new, a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Someone younger, someone less experienced about love. Okay, or you could also be closing your heart from this situation because you're ready to explore a new creative project. You're feeling inspired to do something creative and fun for yourself, not for everybody else. You also need a fresh perspective in life, is what I'm seeing. Like, really tap into what you've always wanted to do, what you're passionate about, because this circumstance could have made you feel a little bit stifled. We have here the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, amazing. What's coming for you guys in the environment, 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. You're feeling very stable, and I see that Not only that, you're projecting this strong, independent nature, very self-assured is what I'm seeing here. Although this is what you're getting, you're getting over, but you already have this. You work hard for this. So don't doubt that this situation is playing out this way, because the universe wants you to have what you deserve here, right? And not settle for what was, but embrace what is and what will be. Okay? Why is the Six of Pentacles here, please? This is all related to career too. It could be relationship, but it could be both. Okay, it could differ from one Sagittarius to another. For some of you, it could be a relationship from the past. For some of you, opportunities and career that you're outgrowing because you're pursuing something more that you're passionate about, a creative project. Okay, a new career, entirely different from this one. We have here the Father of Pentacles. So you hope maybe that there's a Father of Pentacles who can assist you at this time, who can provide sound advice. It doesn't necessarily mean financially, but this could be anything really: time, effort, love, understanding. You also wish to be stable on your own from what I'm seeing, and this week you're all about your needs, okay? You're all about grounding your energy, centering your energy, and you begin to understand that the power is yours to create stability, and you will not give that power to anyone else, okay? I sense here that there might be a new project or business that you're about to do here after leaving a situation behind, and that could create more and more abundance and more opportunities to gain money. But not only that, you're doing something that you're passionate of, okay? Not something because it's expected of you, but you're doing something you're passionate about and also gaining money from it, okay? We have the Four of Swords. So from what I'm seeing here as the final outcome, take it step by step, take it day by day. Take this time, this reflection time, when things are seemingly still paused, or, there's like a suspension time before this huge chunk of transformation happens. Just really take the time to meditate, recharge your batteries. You know that you have fought really tough battles dealing with the situation, and you owe it to yourself to just take a break, take a step back, have some sleep, cater to your needs. Take this time for deep meditation and introspection, because things are definitely going to start moving forward after this one, from what I'm seeing. And pay attention to universe, synchronicities, opportunities left and right, because they will definitely appear from what I'm seeing here, okay? And also meditate, because there will be revelations about this confusion that's going to take place. And the more you tune into your guides here, the more that it's going to feel second nature, okay, this transition that you are in. The more that you meditate and focus your energy into what's coming, the more you're able to let go of what was in the past and no longer let fear, clutter your better judgment. Okay, so to end this reading, let me get an animal spirit for you, my dear Sagittarius, as guidance and medicine for this week. Spirit, please, one card for the sign of Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising for this week, please. The Snake. Oh, this is amazing, Sagittarius. Look at that. I love this. I really, really like this energy. It's so appropriate for you guys, because I'm seeing here like the essence of your reading is pretty much learning to tap on what was untapped, okay? You know that you have this creative bowl that has not been tapped yet. You know that you can achieve more in life. So why would you dim your light? Why would you dim your light? Why wouldn't you, right? Unleash your highest potential when you can. So that's the Snake. There is wisdom, there is knowledge, there's a lot of talent and skill. There's so much love that you can unlock here. And so people may not have seen this. People may not have been able to tap on that, but it's only because maybe there wasn't even an opportunity for you to do that up until now. So I think that what the guides are actually telling you is that once this transformation happens, it's going to be full blown, all out. And don't be afraid to unleash what it is that you've always, want to do, want to achieve, and want to pursue, especially if this is regarding your passion and your career here. There's something that you haven't been able to explore about who you are. And that is the beauty of transformation. You're going to become a different person after this. Still yourself, but so much stronger, so much fierce, okay? No longer holding back and no longer shying away from your potential and your gifts. That is amazing. So that is your reading, my dear Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that this reading has given you clarity, enlightenment. I wish you all the best. Have a great week ahead, and namaste.